So in working with graphing in our linear equations unit, we've learned how to graph using the slope and the intercept. And today we're going to graph using the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So it's really cool how this is done. One of the things we have to be aware of, it must be in standard form. So do be aware that it must be in this form, ax plus by equals c. So our ax is going to be equal to c, and our by is going to be equal to c. So that's how this works. It's kind of neat how this works. So first what we're going to do is we're going to cover up the y term and solve for x. This is what's going to be our x-intercept. And then after that, we're going to cover up the x term and solve for y, and that's the y-intercept. You plot both of the intercepts, and then you connect them with a line. So it's really simple how this works. Another way of phrasing this is, hey, we can use our thumb to cover up. So let's try this first one. We are going to cover up this negative 2y. Okay, use your thumb. So I've got 3x on both sides. So if you want to rewrite it, you can. 3x equals negative 6. Divide both sides by 3. And I get x equals negative 2. Okay, so I would find here on my axis, my x-axis, okay, we go to negative 2 and put a dot. Okay, on the flip side, let's do it this way. I have negative 2y equals negative 6. Divide both sides by negative 2, and I get y equals positive 3. So I would go 1, 2, 3 right here, and I've got a line that I can draw. Okay, it's that simple. So on this case, I can work through it. What you can also do is you can apply the number 0 to each one of those. So for example, I could do the idea of 0 plus 2y equals 4. Well, the 0 is not going to do anything, so I have 2y equals 4, divide by 2, and I get y equals 2. So I would move up here to 2, put my dot. On the flip side, I would have x plus 2 times 0 equals 4. And so I would have 2 times 0 is going to be 0, so I have x equals 4. I would move over 1, 2, 3, 4, put my line, put my dot, excuse me, and then I'm going to make my line with my arrows. Okay? So that's how we graph by intercepts. Like I said, the easiest way is to do the thumb method. So first let's solve for x. I'm going to cover over this plus y. So I have x equals 3. I'm going to simply put it on 1, 2, 3, put it on my x-axis. I'm now going to use my thumb and cover over. Make sure that you leave that sign with your variable. So then I have y equals 3. Had it been a negative y, I would have needed to divide the idea of dividing both sides by negative 1, and that would give me a negative 3. But regular y is going to be 3 as well. So there is my second point, and I draw the line with the arrows. Okay, what do I do when it's bigger or it's a busier thing? Same type of thing. I'm going to do negative 4x equals 20. So if negative 4x equals 20, we would have x equals what? 20 divided by negative 4 is negative 5. So I'm going to go to negative 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put my dot. On the flip side, I'm going to cover over this. Remember to leave that sign. So 5y divided by 20, or 5y equals 20. I'm going to divide both sides by 5. I end up with y equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your dot, draw your line, do your arrows. Okay, so you can use the idea of just covering up with your thumb. So that's how this works, graphing by intercepts.